questions and comments.
Member for Courtenay-Alberni.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I'm really grateful to my colleague for his speech, but also talking about the importance of supporting veterans. Here we are, all of us MPs coming back from our ridings where we went and paid respect to those that served in the military and RCMP, put their lives on the line to protect us, Mr. Speaker, and serve our country. But, Mr. Speaker, I'm glad he talked about the amnesia down the bench here on the Conservative side, where the leader of the official opposition, who was in Cabinet, Mr. Speaker, cut a third of the employees at Veterans Affairs, led to a backlog of tens of thousands of veterans with disability, seeking disability benefits, Mr. Speaker, that are waiting for their support that they need. They closed 9 veterans offices. Mr. Speaker, they fought veterans in court. The Phoenix pay system, I will correct my colleague, because it wasn't $2.2 billion. It's now over $3 billion that it's cost Canadian taxpayers. It was supposed to save, the Conservatives promised, it was going to save us $78 million a year, Mr. Speaker. That's how the privatization scheme went for the Conservatives and how it's impacted Canadians. So through you, Mr. Speaker, does my colleague agree that the leader of the official opposition who was in Cabinet, in the Stephen Harper Cabinet, that caused so much harm to the Canadian military and RCMP veterans, does he agree that he should apologize, Mr. Speaker, for the harm and damage that he created? Because the institutional damage is run so deep, and the Liberals have failed to fix it, but it is run so deep that it causes harm to veterans today.
The honourable member for New Westminster Burnaby.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And I wanted to praise the member from Courtenay-Alberni. I've been in his riding right across the length and breadth of Courtenay-Alberni. He stands for his constituents, and he stands up for veterans, Mr. Speaker. He's one of the loudest and strongest and most passionate voices for veterans in our country. And at a time when we're just coming out of Remembrance Day commemorative ceremonies, it is so important to have his voice, as he has been so eloquent for so long, on supporting our nation's veterans. We send them overseas to fight. Often they are wounded for life. And then if they have a disability, they seek to get the supports from Veterans Affairs that they deserve. That they, from a grateful country, there's no Canadian that would stand up and say, no, we're going to deprive veterans of those essential services and supports. But yet, the member from Carleton and all the Conservatives that were present in that despicable Harper regime slashed those services, forced that person with a disability to travel sometimes hundreds of kilometers to try to get the basic services that they deserved. They put their lives on the line for the country, and Conservatives gave them the back of the hand, and every single Conservative MP should hang their head in shame.
Questions and comments?